All right, so what's going on, everybody? It's episode 5, Off the Record with k.Jachimowicz. Today, here back to talk about the Tyson-Paul event last night. That was kind of a sloppy disaster from a bunch of different angles. To start, I feel like the production felt weird. Like, it was very Netflixified. I'm not, trying to complain because I appreciate a boxing or fight promotion going in all in and giving us something to watch, but the guy in the ring with the crazy slicked back hair and the bow tie, it was just so over the top in a bad way. I feel first of all, and they obviously cut costs on hosts and stuff. It's why is Cedric the Entertainer hosting a Mike Tyson fight? Maybe I'm wrong here, but what the hell does Cedric the Entertainer know about fighting? Since when was he a fight guy with expertise or knowledge about this? And they got Jerry Jones on Netflix and his mic's cutting out every 5 seconds. It's just then if you don't have the highest tier of Netflix, your shit was just buffering all night. It's so ridiculous. It was absurd. Just people all over the country probably considering canceling right now for multiple reasons. There's probably a bunch of people considering canceling Netflix because they're pissed off because they didn't get the proper experience they expected stream-wise with quality and everything. Because once it got to the Serrano Taylor fight, it was streaming at 280p. It was completely. It was you were better off watching it on StreamEast or somewhere, and unless you had the highest tier of Netflix or whatever. And just getting into some other aspects of it, and so some of those earlier fights, obviously I did not give a shit about, but I thought it was kind of hilarious. They had an Indian actor from that movie RRR fighting a fake Post Malone influencer. It was so funny to me too how they're trying to fluff the numbers with when they would introduce these random people. They're introducing this fake Post Malone looking influencer as a boxer, and they're calling him the most followed, saying he had 300 million followers across social media. It's what does he have, 1 million followers on 300 different apps? What the fuck are you guys talking about? You're so full of shit. And so getting into the real fights, the Serrano Taylor fight was amazing, to be honest. But man, after the history of that fight, the first one at MSG, and then seeing the way Serrano was just a warrior last night. She had this massive flap injury above her, kind of on her eyebrow, right above her, I think it was her right eyebrow. And, it was vicious, that cut. And I didn't even realize until I was watching, the slow-mo replays right after the fight, the 1 or 2 headbutts that Katie Taylor did on her were, so low-key and so dirty. And, the way she did them, she just brought her head up, I almost feel you just really wouldn't even, see that or expect that from her necessarily as a viewer or anything. Maybe the coaches and the fighters, are aware this might be coming, but, I didn't see that coming as a viewer. I'm not, a Katie Taylor, student. I don't study her. I don't watch her like that. I'm not that into boxing even personally, to be honest. I was really just tuning in because on, some, nostalgia, shit. My whole life, I've just been hearing about Mike Tyson, seeing these unbelievable videos, unbelievable footage, and even seeing the recent training footage of him, which I thought was pretty damn impressive, for a 58-year-old. And it even leans back into my almost conservative kind of state of mind with certain things in life. It's just I don't like to see yeah, sure, I'm cool with newer generations coming through and doing shit. I don't even hate Jake Paul. I'm not a fuck Jake Paul guy. I don't have any problem with him. Do your thing, bro. It just really pains me to see a guy like Mike Tyson, who has, I think, 50 wins in his career, and only a few losses and like 44 knockouts out of those 50 wins. Like, this is such a ruthless maniac that like really fulfilled like that like crazy killer, like psycho, like aura that was just like so lit for boxing. And like, I have such a hard time like understanding what exactly like why exactly it shook out the way it did last night. And not on a fighting standpoint, on like almost like business or like just decision standpoint. Like, I'm just like, why did, at least I thought he wasn't the type of dude who would just like take a bag and run. Like, which is kind of what looks like what happened. Like, to me, it really looks like he just allowed Jake Paul to win that fight with serious ease. Maybe I'm just really underestimating the age aspect on endurance and stamina, and maybe the 14-ounce gloves, like when you're older, just a little bit of extra weight just exhausts you really quick, especially when you're like one of those power throwing guys. But I don't know, man. I was just expecting Tyson to get in his face in those first 2 rounds and be like the Mike Tyson. Like, he honestly, Mike Tyson, I thought, did a decent job of selling the fight, like on his side, like as if he was gonna come out and like really freaking bring it, and he just didn't bring anything. Like, I think he landed less than 20 punches. I mean, it's like that wasn't even like a fight. Like, it's so frustrating as a fan and like as like a lifelong like looking up to Mike Tyson as like a hero, and just seeing him just go out and just, it almost like felt, I don't like to lean into like conspiracy bullshit with this stuff, but like that shit almost looked like fixed, bro. Like, there was like no fight like took place really. It was just so like dead. That would honestly might have been the most boring fight and most stupid fight I've ever seen in my life. And I've seen some stupid ones with these freaking influencer like events, like, or whatever the hell you call this. But, so yeah, like, I think Amanda Serrano got kind of robbed. I mean, just going back to that really quick, I think it's kind of bullshit. They gave that to Katie Taylor with a 1-point victory, like, when she had 2 points deducted and they're real dirty too, and like grimy, like headbutts causing like serious injury. Like, I understand it's fighting sports are dirty sports. Do what you got to do to win. And if you can get away with it, you win and you get away with it. But it's like, I don't know, like this whole event felt like a stain, like on boxing to me, like like at the end, like, and I'm not trying to take away from Amanda Serrano and Katie Taylor like putting on a show, because it was easily the best fight of the night. Like, that almost got towards like UFC level like litness, but like, and even talking about UFC for a second, like Dana White's probably loving this, because I remember seeing an interview with him a couple months ago being like, this is a bullshit event. It shouldn't even be legal to put Mike Tyson in the ring or whatever. He was saying something like that. He was like pissed off about it because he's probably friends with Mike Tyson to some degree in real life or something, or some type of relationship. And like, Dana White's probably honestly loving this, because UFC 309 tonight is about to shine. It's about to make, the fights are about to shine. They're about to be so much more intense and extreme and legit. It's going to make Netflix look fucking like cheesy. And it's going to like further stabilize UFC as like what to watch, because it's just fucking balls to the wall, like no holds barred, no bullshit, like nonsense, like screwing around with the heads of people, like, you know, like, oh, Mike Tyson's coming back, he's gonna go crazy, and when he probably knew him, like he might have known himself he couldn't do it. I mean, it seemed too like he was holding back from discussing like some potential injuries he had. Like, it looked like he had like a leg issue on his knee, I think. I don't remember which leg, but like, and I mean, I've heard him talking about how he's got terrible sciatica and like how he can't even talk when it like triggers. So I mean, I don't know if, and he's definitely the type of guy who would not want to discuss like a weakness in his, you know, system of fighting or whatever. Like he's the type of guy that's just gonna sit there and just take it on like the chin probably at this age, and just, but like it just really felt like a fixed like passing of the torch event. Like in retrospect, and it's just so like gay. Like thinking like it's just so lame. I can't even believe Mike Tyson would take a bag to do that. And yeah, like I guess I bet with my heart and I bet with faith, which you obviously like shouldn't always do, but I mean sometimes you got to too, because it's like the information overload out there. It's like if you're just going off statistics, there's 9 million experts that can tell you 9 million different things. I mean, like that might not be the best argument for this Tyson fight specifically because of the age, but like with UFC and stuff, I mean, dude, the amount of information and possibilities that for the outcomes, especially if you're picking bets on like specific outcomes, specific rounds, it's like, dude, it's all this shit is a crapshoot. Like, yeah, I mean, so one more time, just switching around to the Katie Taylor Serrano fight. Like, dude, that injury was nasty, and Amanda Serrano is a gritty warrior. Like, that was a gash, bro. We're talking like cartilage and tissue was getting like messed with for like 30 minutes straight, like pummeled. Like, that's not. She's gonna need like multiple stitches, multiple cosmetic surgeries. Like, that's gonna be permanent like effects on her like eye movement and shit. Probably is like fucked. Like, or not her eyeball, but like, you know, like the surrounding area. And yeah, it's like Katie Taylor just looks like so like professional and like regular person, and then she just like low key just doing that dirty shit. It's like kind of wild how someone can look so straight laced and fight dirty like that. It's like a curveball to me. I mean, like I said, the coaches and them might have known, like they talked about, but I think that headbutt is like what really set her up for failure. And yeah, man, it just sucks. I don't mean to keep like ruminating, but it just sucks seeing Tyson go out like that. And it hurts me because it's such a stark reminder of the fact that like, one, like you get old quick, and it's like there's no turning back that clock, and like you kind of just have your time in this world, and then you don't. It's just over, and it's someone else's turn, and that's fine. That's fair. That's like how life, the world spins. But it's just also like painful because it's like I said, like it's even like leaning into my conservative values. Like I said, I hate to see guys like this with 50 wins, 44 knockouts. Like Mike Tyson is one of the most like legendary Americans to like ever walk the earth, man. Like I swear to God, that guy is something else. Like the notoriety that guy had is out of this universe. Like he's one of the most legendary people ever. I love him and respect him forever. And I respect him even for doing this at his age. Like I probably really underestimated the age aspect, but I just thought Tyson still had the power like to just get someone in like 2 rounds real quick. Because honestly, I believe like someone healthy in their 50s could still fuck someone up. Like honestly, like I don't think that's like a insane like thought personally, but yeah, I mean it was dope. Like he showed his vibe. Like he didn't do any, like Jake Paul's coming out in the car spraying deodorant everywhere, like wearing 50 chains and earrings. It's like so fucking corny and dumb, man. And it's like Tyson just walks out that tee. It's like, bro, Tyson's still a G to me. Like he's still a G. He just, I mean, it's sad, but it looks to me like he just took the bag and ran, bro. And it is what it is, but what the fuck are you going to do about it? It's heartbreaking, but he's 58. Father Time is undefeated. Seeing him going from those explosive training clips to what he did in the ring, it was really weird and seemed like almost like just totally money-driven thing. Jake Paul, I mean, I guess you could say he fought smart, but I don't really even consider that a fight. Like I feel like I didn't watch a fight. You know what I mean? Like honest to God. And like Tyson's my guy forever. I always respect him. And yeah, it's just a tough pill to swallow. Like someone you idolize just bowing out like that to a dude like Jake Paul. And yeah, like that the youth is always ready to take over. Like you can't forget that as a person. And age is like time is always ready to take you over. You can't forget any of this as a human being in whatever you do. Like you got to go get it now. Whatever you want in life, you got to go get it now like a shrewd maniac. Because if you don't, someone else is going to go get it before you and steal your chance. I know I've said this type of shit before on this podcast, but it is the truth, man. It's happening before our eyes in all sorts of fucking fields of life. And one thing I wanted to touch on with Jake Paul, and I'm like I said, I'm not a Jake Paul hater. I really don't really care about him. Like I don't plan on really tuning into any of his fights ever again. It's like I only tuned in because I wanted to see Mike Tyson like prove to the world that he still got it. That's all it was for me, like to be honest. And I do have like an issue with like the way Jake Paul is like earning this like pro record, but it's just like such bullshit. And I know people have been saying this forever, but it's like, I mean, he's very intelligent for the strategy of how he's going about this, but it is bullshit at the same time, because it's like he's getting these like fake ass wins on a pro record, and now he's just going to be able to like, he doesn't even have to do anything actually, because the fans are going to go get other boxers and fighters to go attack him and fuck with him, and other boxers themselves are going to feel personally offended that Jake Paul just got away with defeating Mike Tyson on paper, and they're going to want to fuck him up now. And it's like, it just creates a perfect situation for Jake Paul to just continue his thing. And he's honestly, it's a very good approach, as much as I don't like it, but it is what it is. And I mean, if I was Jake Paul, I'd probably do the same thing. Like, why wouldn't you? Don't you want to be the winner? Don't you want to be, like, if you're a boxer, you probably want to be the most hated. You want everyone coming at you. You got the most opportunity that way. You know what I mean? And you got, like, some leverage almost. But, yeah, like, what hurts the most for me is I just wanted to see one Tyson knockout live just once in my life. Like, I grew up hearing about this all the time, watching the highlights. I thought this was my chance. And I was kind of betting with my heart. I did believe that he had it in him to do it, and he just apparently didn't, or he took the bag and ran. I don't know. We may never know the real reality of anything in this freaking world. But instead, we got this weird passive performance that just felt really off, especially for such a big promoted event. Like, that was terrible main event. That was horrific. Like, what was the point of all those training videos, too? Like, if he wasn't going to go for it. And it's just it's so disappointing. It's not about hating on Jake Paul. I give him his credit as a smart businessman, and but Tyson and his fans deserved better than that. I don't know. I don't know. It's definitely like an emotional thing for me. Like, not like I'm about to like cry about it, but it's just like, fuck, man. Like that era of like 90s Mike Tyson is solidified. Like, it's over. I hate to say that, but there's nothing you can say or do. Like, it's just done. And it's just such a fucking stark reminder that, like, you get old quick and your time goes quick. So, like, if you get your time, shine and enjoy it and take it as far as you can, because fuck, man, this world takes everything from everyone. It's terrifying, to be honest, yo. And yeah, I also think about like Netflix now, like with these upcoming, like the Christmas football games they got, like, yo, dude, if you don't have the top tier of Netflix, like they're just going to fuck you with all this stuff. They're just going to keep, because you're only, what's the lowest tier Netflix cost? Like $10, $13 a month or something? Like that's not enough for them to like give you like the best streaming quality. So they're just going to keep fucking with people and keep screwing around. This is so, and it's so stupid because we all tried to get away from cable to get like these better experiences, and it's just that all these corporations just always win, man. They always know how to pull your pocket and everything, man. It's incredible. But yeah, man, like hit me up on socials. Let me know your opinion about it. Instagram at k.jachimowicz. Follow the podcast Off the Record with Kevin Jachimowicz on Apple, Spotify. Got some episodes on YouTube. I'll be getting more soon. And UFC 309 tonight, man. I feel like that's like the redemption of the rough night last night for the fans, like for the fight fans. That's going to be good tonight, man. I'm excited. I got some bets in on that. I switched up from what I initially said. I got I be betting crazy, man. I just be kind of going on some gutsy shit a lot of times, to be honest, rather than just doing like surgical, strategic, like tactical, like fucking data, like decisions, which you could argue is stupid as hell of me, and that's fine. But this is just how I do. But like I'll literally just straight up tell you my bets right now for tonight. I got a 6-pick parlay. This has a 0.18% chance of winning, by the way. It's plus 56,128 odds or whatever. I wagered $10 with a 50% parlay boost to pay $5,622.80. I got Bo Nickel to win by KO, John Jones to win by submission, Jonata Denise to win by KO, Mickey Gall by submission, Weidman by decision, and Elliott by decision. Aside from that, I got Jones to win by sub, specifically in round 3, $40 wager to pay $600, another long shot. And I got Michael Chandler to win by KO, plus $350, $22 to win $100. So I'll tell you I know these are all like long shot, this parlay is out of this world long shot. But, it's only 6, it's not impossible, but it's a long shot. But, so the reason I picked Chandler to win by KO, I've been seeing Chandler with the whole McGregor shit, getting time wasted, all that. I think he's coming with fury. His physique looks absolutely insane yoked right now. He looks crazy. I think he's going to surprise people. I could be wrong again, but I take risks. I make my bets, and I stand on it. And I think Michael Chandler's going to knock out Oliveira. I think he's got a lot of get back that he wants in his heart. I think he's got a lot of redemption he's searching for. It's at Madison Square Garden. It's a rematch. I think he's coming for it. And if you watch their first fight, Chandler definitely had some power punches in there. I think he could sneak in a KO, man. I think it's very possible. Jones by submission in round 3. I'm a little mixed on this one. It's kind of like a toss-up bet for me, like that I just threw out there. But I think it could happen, but I also do think he could knock out Stipe. I think it's either going to be Jones by submission or KO. Really, it is hard to say which round because, like the Cyril Gane fight, like I said, like he took him out, subbed him in 2 minutes or 2 minutes and like 11 seconds or something. I think to be exact, like in round 1, just like a year or something ago. So I really don't know how that'll go. No one does ever. It's all a toss up with this shit, but. Yeah, man, I'm excited for tonight. I'm a little frustrated. I was feeling it last night after the fight. I was like, it was fucking me up emotionally, man. I was like, God damn, man, like this. I hate seeing like the world just get like toyed with like that. Like I don't like that. But it is what it is, man. You got to roll with the punches, literally, like they all say. And yeah, man, it's just everyone's time comes and everyone's time goes. And with that, I'll leave you guys for tonight. Go watch UFC 309 tonight. John Jones winning that main event. I'll tell you that. And I'm praying this fucking 6-pick parlay hits so I go on a vacation fucking next week. All right, guys. I'll see y'all next episode. Have a good one, man. Enjoy UFC 309. Let's get it. Yeah.